Big developments in a sad and tragic story. It'll be hard to watch, but it is important.
3 years ago, Phoenix police officer Paul Rutherford was hit by a car and killed on duty. A woman driving this white SUV was charged with negligent homicide. And now that case has been turned upside down. A judge just ordered that case will essentially need to start over because Phoenix PD and county prosecutors presented false evidence and testimony to a grand jury to get those criminal charges.
ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskuping got a copy of the new ruling and obtained exclusive, never-before-seen video.
It happened in March 2019 at 75th Drive and Indian School Road. Officer Paul Rutherford responding to a car crash before he entered traffic and was hit by a woman in a white SUV.
He literally jumped in front of me. Okay. I didn't see that.
Okay. Phoenix Police and Maricopa County prosecutors say this woman committed a crime and more than a year after the crash charged her with negligent homicide. But in a scathing new ruling, a judge just ordered the criminal case to start basically back at the beginning because the court found police and prosecutors misled a grand jury and did not tell the truth about what happened. Quote, "This court is troubled by the presentation of evidence to the grand jury, and they presented evidence designed to evoke sympathy from the jurors to distract the grand jury on whether probable cause exists." Now, this is security video from a nearby business that's never been seen by the public. It's evidence in the case. It has significant glitches, but there's a couple of clear seconds just before the crash that shed more light on what happened. You can see here at the very top, Rutherford out in front of his car. He briefly stopped traffic in the next lane closest to him, but then suddenly went out further into the center two-way turn lane without looking. Phoenix PD's own traffic reconstruction expert confirmed the fact in a final report, saying it needs to be considered that Officer Rutherford could have also avoided the collision if he had stopped and looked west down the two-way left turn lane prior to entering it. But police and prosecutors kept that secret from the grand jury, the judge calling that a critical issue. Quote, "Nowhere in his testimony does Detective Davidson acknowledge that Officer Rutherford failed to again look west into traffic before stepping into the two-way left turn lane. This is critical." No video was shown to the grand jury. They just heard from an officer and prosecutor, who the court now says misled them. Quote, "If the grand jury was told that Officer Rutherford could have also avoided the collision, the jurors may not have found probable cause that a crime was committed." I'm Investigator Dave Biskuping, ABC 15, Arizona.
So what happens now in all this? Essentially, the case kind of starts over. The county attorney's office has 2 weeks to take this case back to the grand jury. If prosecutors don't present the case again, it'd be dismissed. The county attorney's office tells ABC 15 it won't comment on pending cases, but did say that while the court found errors in the way the case was presented, the office reviewed the conduct of its attorneys and did not find any ethical misconduct.
Phoenix 911, where's your emergency?
North Valley Parkway and 31st Avenue. There was a car collision and the other people involved in the crash are getting very aggressive with the cops, with the officer. There's only one officer here. The officer has told the dad and the son to back off multiple times and they're just elevating.
Why 911? Cops are over.
Because he's over there getting aggressive.